5, 6, 7, 8. What's up, family? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, it is your favorite LA realtor, Keilah, and I am back with another video. So it is literally 7 days before 2023, and I will be the one to say that 2022 definitely, it was not for the weak. It was only for the strong-hearted. But guess what? We made it to the end. We're here. We survived. No matter how many obstacles, wins, loses, we're here. We're to the end. But today I kind of want to talk about some of the biggest lessons that I learned personally in 2022 that I have to run into 2023 with. As tough as I am, like, this was my year that I grew the most. I had the most growth, and it was a lot of growing pains that I went through. 2022 was definitely my hardest, most trying year. Some things I had to realize about myself, about my environment, like just so many things that I just figured I wanted to share with you guys, because I know I'm not the only one feeling this. And obviously, based on social media, we're literally all in alignment and basically living the same life. So my number one biggest lesson that I had this year was the obstacle of learning patience. Like, things do not happen when you want them to happen. I feel like the whole year God was like, have a seat, I got this. There's other stuff that you could be doing instead of focusing on this. Just had to find it. Like, when it comes to business, being a mom of 2 beautiful girls, even though they are a pain in my rear, but just learning a new way of life, because obviously my youngest daughter is only 18 months. So we started school this year. So it was definitely a trying time. Like I said, this was my biggest year of growth, but I really had to find it deep down in myself to find a new level of patience. Like, trust me, I thought I had it mastered, but like my new level of understanding, it kind of makes you understand like why seniors are like, why they just take everything as they come, because it's like you mature every year, and like patience just gets to a whole new level. Like, you literally have to find it within yourself to like sit back and just take the ride. So yeah, patience was the number one thing. Number 2 on my biggest lessons was show up for yourself before you could show up for others. And I also feel like that was something that it took me half of the year to like realize and to get the discipline just go through it. I've always been the person that, I will run myself dry because I'm like, I don't know, I guess it's just something about my personality. I'm always there for other people, taking care of the family, just trying to be there for friends, trying to be there for family. And it was like this year I really had to show up for myself before I can show up for other people. And I also feel like people just need to be more sensitive to that. Like, you never know what's going on in somebody's life and why they are the way that they are, like why they're moving like that, So there was many times, and I feel like it did affect some friendships, it did affect some relationships, but it was literally like I had to stand up for myself and be like, okay, I am not emotionally available. I am not like literally physically available. Like, I have things that I need to do, or there's things that I mentally need to focus on and get over before I can be there for somebody else. And I feel like 2022 was like the year that we all had to learn that. 2022 was definitely a year of exposure, exposing relationships, and like just exposing who people really are. So it was tough, but I had to grow through it. And I'm at the other side of the tunnel, and I feel like although it took me half the year, or literally more than half, because I didn't even start getting myself together until close to the end of the summer, like after my 32nd birthday, that's when everything kind of started to be like, okay, girl, like you're doing too much. Like you need to focus on your business and what you have going on and stop worrying about everything else. Like my third lesson was, and this goes for my business, but for you, this may just be something in life as well. But this definitely hit me like in the gut for my business. It's okay to be nice, but stand firm in your beliefs and stand firm in your morals, in, you know, what you have, you know, what you stand for. Don't let anybody bend or break you, you know, where you're going to be compromising yourself, because y'all be out here trying it. Try your mama, not me. No, I'm just kidding. But still, like, I really had to learn this in business and working with other people. You kiki with them, and then next thing you know, you're like on the verge of cursing them out. And trust me, y'all already know, like, I try to move professionally and like not get, you know, a bad reputation and just keep good business relationships. But I've even talked about this like earlier in the year, but there was a couple times that I was tried, and like this being my second busiest year in business, I was dealing with a lot more people. I was like really pushed out of my comfort zone. And I feel like when I'm nice, but when I'm uncomfortable, you know how you kind of get that awkward, like nice, and you're like, you really don't know what to say. But no, like, trust me, by the end of several transactions, like, people knew not to play with me, because I was definitely sending I'm the per my last email ... don't play with me. So, you know, it's okay to be nice, and, you know, but you can't be smiling in people's face too much. And trust me, my hubby always tells me that. But, you know, I just try to keep a clean reputation. And, you know, it's like, in the professional world, you just really don't, you know, you don't want to be burned. And I want to be able to go back to these people, because yes, the real estate industry is very big, but when you work with certain companies, like in the Valley, especially here in LA, it's like everybody knows everybody. If you do somebody wrong, or if you're that agent, like that agent in a transaction, it will easily get around town. Because trust me, I know a lot of stuff about a lot of agents, and I'm just like, don't ever put me in a transaction with you, because my foot is gonna be on your neck. So literally. So yeah, that was just another hard lesson that I had to grow through. It's because it was my business especially. So it was like, I was really like, I was ready to turn it on, but you know, I had to be extremely professional. And I feel like that was the hard part, like just not being able like to revert and curse somebody out, and you know, you just find the words and the language, and even when you're writing, to sound so professional, but they know that you stand on it and exactly what you mean. Don't try me, try your mama. But you know, I'm just kidding. Whew, these folks out here, I was like, 2022, y'all is coming with it. Like I said, 2022 was not for the weak-hearted. It was definitely like, I'm sure everybody is coming out on top, a totally different person than when they started 2022. And it's like your post-pandemic version of yourself after you was locked in the house for almost a year. Like, this is who you are now. Okay, so my fourth biggest lesson was, and I know we all go through this, like there is no denying this, stay in your lane. Like, trust me, we have FOMO, we have, you know, we think we should be going faster than what we're doing. We think we should be in different places. Trust me when I tell you, sometimes you've dodged a bullet, literally. Like, if it was not meant for you, just take it as you dodged a bullet, because you don't know what was on the other side. Some things we want so bad, and we don't know what's on the other side of that. And I myself, like, it's not even that we get on, well, I so much don't compare myself to social media, but I'm around a lot of real estate agents, obviously in my office, and you know, I go to different realtor events. So it's not, I don't so much take it as social media, but I will say, you know, social media in general, like we see what other people are doing. I would see like other realtors talk about how, you know, they're doing this amount of sales and like they did this and this and this and like this is what they do to their community, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I could be doing so much more. But also, you know, when they talk about how they got there, I'm just like, ooh, child, like you really went through it. We see things that look glamorous, people's lives look glamorous, and you know, we don't know what they did to get there. So I very much the last couple months just had to tune everything out. Like my business is where it's supposed to be. I am where I am supposed to be. Even when it comes to my content, I am where I'm supposed to be. Like I just hit 1,000 followers on Instagram, and I feel like, oh, my content is so great. I should be, you know, doing this, this, and this. But then when I go to some other realtor's page, I just see all the hate comments, all the, you know, back talk, like people just say anything. And I think also mentally, I'm not ready to be there. Like I said, I've just learned patience. I've just learned, you know, how to, you know, not necessarily defend myself, but stand firm on my beliefs. Obviously, I can't be arguing with people on Instagram and going back and forth. So it was like, I feel like some lessons I needed to learn now before I'm able to go further in growth. And I feel like we just have to be okay with where we are, because if it, like I said, if it was the old you could have did this, but now we're on a different path now. So, you know, staying in my lane is what I am literally sprinting into 2023 with. And I'm just blocking out all the noise and focusing on my journey, because my story needs to be heard. My story will be heard. I'm not in a rush to tell my story, but I just think about after I go through these growing pains, how much greater my story will be, you know, on the other side. Okay, so my last lesson that I learned in 2022, again, that I'm sprinting into 2023 with, is letting go of the fear and self-doubt, which is literally self-sabotaging. I'm gonna give you an acronym for fear that my mom always tells me, and you know, I'm gonna let it resonate. I'm gonna put it up here on the screen so you can see. So fear, F-E-A-R, false expectations appearing real. Let me give you an example. So you ever think of a situation or something that you want to do or something that you want to try to do, and then you're kind of play it back in your head and you're like, I'm probably not going to get the outcome that I'm looking for? That was the false expectation appearing real. Because when you actually do it, don't you get a totally different result than what you thought you were going to get? It appeared real, and it wasn't real. It was literally false. So I've really had to come into the stop being scared, stop putting the self-doubt on me. Be okay to jump off the ledge. Like, all people can do is say is no. I didn't start cold calling until the end of the year. I didn't start door knocking our farm until the end of the year. These are all, like, just when it comes to my business and things that I could be doing. Like, I didn't start doing like other real estate producing activities until the end of the year, like September, October. So September, October, that's the 9th, 10th month of the year. I literally missed 9 months of relationships that I could have been in. Yes, I self-sabotage myself because, you know, these are people that I could have been touched. These are people that I could have been talking to, you know, having conversations with. And I just feel like a lot of opportunity was missed because I was scared, or I was just like thinking everything was gonna go wrong. Like, but I have to realize, like, everybody is just like me. Like, it's just a conversation. It's not like, you know, I'm selling anybody on anything. I'm literally just talking about life, talking about the housing market. And, you know, like, these are real conversations that people want to have. No, some people don't want to have them, but there's a lot of people that do want to have these conversations. So I feel like I left a lot of opportunities on the floor. Everything happens for a reason. This is my journey. And like I said before, like, this is just going to make my story so much greater. And like, because I had to go through these growing pains and learn these lessons, like, I'm going to be able to help the next person. And like I said, even if, you know, you guys obviously may not be in real estate, but some of you may be, but these like lessons that I learned apply to all of our lives, all the way around, like relationships, you know, business, work, even if you're in the corporate world, you know, this is just, we're all trying to get to a higher level. So these were things that, you know, I just had to figure out. I hope it helped somebody else, you know, because these were things that I had to dig deep within myself, get the discipline, get the knowledge, and, you know, just get out of my own way. Like, just grow up, literally. And, you know, it's helping me be a better parent. I was literally like in chaos for the first 8 months of the year because, as you guys know, I was, you know, afraid of Jenny going to daycare, but that ended up working out. I was afraid of Jayla going to school. I was just afraid of I was afraid of change, and I was comfortable. But you know you're changing when you're uncomfortable, and you know things are working out when you're uncomfortable. So we all have to get to the uncomfortable space, because when we're comfortable, that's when we're minimizing our abilities to grow. We're staying the same, we're stagnant, you know, there is no elevation if you're comfortable. I just really wanted to come do this video because I was like, I know we've all had a moment of self-reflection, you know, in the last week or so, the last couple months, you know, as the year closes out and you kind of just look back, like, and you know, we see all of our memories throughout the years in our cell phones, Facebook, Instagram, like the memories pop up everywhere, and you're like, dang, like I'm literally not the same person I was January 1st, 2022. And you know, I'm not gonna be that same person like in January 1st, 2023. So, you know, I just wanted to come, you know, let you guys know how I was feeling and where my self-reflection was at. But, you know, let's take the time, let's have a bigger conversation about this. Like, how are you guys feeling closing out the year? Let me know what you have learned. Like, maybe, am I the only one feeling this way? Am I not? Let me know what's going on. Because I know I can't be, when you look at TikTok, when you look at Instagram, it's like, well, I guess more so TikTok, because we're all a little more honest on TikTok. We're literally like, I'm hearing so many people like going through relationship problems, like friendship problems, like problems with their family. We're all really like growing and going through it. I just wanted to come share my experiences, and you know, I wish everybody the best going into the next year. 2023 is going to be amazing. This is our like first real post-pandemic year, so I'm looking forward to everything that's about to happen. I'm about to be outside. I'm about to go get fine, and I'm about to make my husband take me out somewhere. We're going out for New Year's Eve. I'm trying to figure out our plans, and we gonna get fine, and you know, we're not gonna start the year how we started the year last year. We're starting the year totally different. Happy holidays. Christmas is tomorrow, New Year's is next week. So I love you guys. I will see you next year. And yeah, we gonna get to it. It's big things coming. So I love y'all. Have an amazing week. Bye.